Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to be creating my very first set of nails using my brand new supplies. I've been looking forward to this and I've chosen 3 beautiful colours to kick things off. I'm absolutely in love with this sage green. It's such a calming shade and I think it pairs perfectly with the crisp white. Since I haven't done nails in a while, I'm keeping it simple today, just playing around with colours and adding a touch of glitter to bring in that bit of sparkle and the feel of a design. There are 2 glitters in this set, but I've decided to go with this one. I think it will look so pretty with the colour combo I've chosen. And I can't forget to mention, I'm super happy to finally be using my drill. Can't wait to see how everything comes together. So let's get started. Just a quick note, I've already done my right hand using my left. Since I'm a bit unsteady with my non-dominant hand, I thought it would be quicker and easier just to get it out of the way first. Now I can focus on showing you the process a bit more clearly. Now, I've already pushed back my cuticles and cleaned the nail bed with a cuticle pusher. Now I'm going in with this drill bit around the cuticle area, and I have to say I absolutely love working with this drill. As I mentioned in my last video, this is actually an upgrade from the one I was using before. I decided to start doing my own nails as part of a personal challenge, to relearn how to take care of myself, create a gentle routine that works for me and just feel a little bit more groomed and cared for. The truth is, I've been really struggling to leave the house over the past 5 years after dealing with chronic illness that led to mental health crisis, and I was honestly shocked at how much prices have skyrocketed since 2020. After a recent salon visit, I realised that spending nearly 94 quid every couple of weeks just isn't sustainable for me right now. So I made the decision to take it into my own hands, literally. I actually trained as a nail tech about 20 years ago, though I never ended up working in the field, but the basics are still there and I'm ready to put them to use. So with my new e-file and a few new supplies, I'm diving into my very first set and I'm really excited to take you along for the ride. So just to give you a bit more context, as I'm reclaiming my life and relearning self-care, I went for a salon quote for my hands and feet and it came to 94 quid. Instead of going that route, I decided to invest in myself. I spent £81 on supplies, including a new e-file, tips, and some beautiful new polish set. I already had a few things in my stash, so I didn't have to start from scratch. The challenge I've set myself is this: how many full sets can I create with just £81 investment? Which, let's not forget, is still less than a single salon visit. If you're curious about a full backstory, you can check out my last video for more context. I'll leave a link right in the description box. Now for the next step, I'm going to use a hand file to gently take off the shine of my natural nails. Since I'm not exactly a pro with my new e-file, I've chosen this method because it's the least damaging. That's how I was originally taught, and it feels like the safest option to avoid harming my natural nails. From here on, I will also be documenting how long each set lasts, just to see how far I can stretch that £81 investment. And just as a gentle reminder, please be kind. I haven't done nails in a long time and I'm still finding my rhythm again. You might see a little flooding, a few mistakes here and there, but with practice comes progress. I will get better as I go along. And as I mentioned in my last video, I'm not offering tutorials. It's simply sharing my self-care journey, having fun with nail polish and being mindful of my pennies during this cost of living crisis. Hopefully by the end of this little challenge, I will be banging out perfect sets, like it's second nature. Next up, I'm going to clean my nails with some alcohol to remove all the dust from filing, and I'll go ahead and dehydrate the nails. I already had this in my stash, so it's not part of the £81 I spend. Dehydrating helps prep the nails by removing any moisture and natural oils from the nail bed, which is super important for good adhesion. After that, I'll be applying some primer to get everything ready for the tips and polish. So for this challenge, I'm mostly using the full cover tips with the overlay method, but as I've mentioned before in my last video, sometimes I use this same method as press on, just using the gel adhesive but skipping the overlay. And that's what I will be doing today. It's more of a practice round to see how I get on with applying the polish and getting my technique back. Will be interesting to see how long this set will last though. The gel adhesive I'm using is this one from Saviland. I've tried a few others, this one here for example, but I keep coming back to the Saviland. I've actually bought it twice, so clearly I like it. It came in a pack of 2 and it wasn't expensive at all. I'll leave a link in the description box in case you're interested. I'll also be using the same gel as the overlay in my next set. Since it's a 6-in-1, it works as a tip adhesive, a rhinestone embellishment glue, builder gel, and apparently even as a slip solution, though I haven't used it as a slip solution myself yet. I do really like this brand. It's also the one behind my new e-file, and just to be clear, I'm not sponsored or anything. You can tell I've got maybe 16 subscribers at the moment. These are just products I've personally bought and I'm sharing my honest experience. But if you think you might like them too, I'll leave the link down below so you can access them easily. Quick tip before I move on. If you're using gel adhesive that needs to be cured under a lamp, never use colored tips or paint your tips before applying them. The gel won't cure properly underneath, and that can cause major problems. Trapping and cured gel between the nail and the tip is not safe. Always make sure you're working with clear tips when using this kind of adhesive, and save the color for after everything is securely in place and fully cured. I'm currently using this little flash lamp by Gelen. It does the job for now, but I definitely think this will be one of the things I upgrade soon, and I think I'm in love with this Jello one. What do you guys think? If you've used it, or if you have a better flash lamp suggestion for me, drop a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now I'm going to tidy up the tips using a hand file and just a little bit of drill work, nothing too crazy, just to refine the shape and remove any rough edges. I'll also take off the shine of the surface so the polish has a nice base to stick to. Once that's done, I'll clean away all the filing dust and get everything fresh and ready for paint. I will now apply the base coat and go ahead and apply polish. I'm going to apply 3 very thin coats of polish today and cure in the big lamp for 60 seconds between each layer. I decided to put the white on my little finger and my ring finger. Normally I'd go with 2 colors and apply 1 color to 2 nails, usually the thumb and my ring finger. And that's where I'd usually put the design, but today I wanted to see how the glitter looks on both of the colors I picked, so that's why I switched up my color placement this time. I have to say, so far I'm really happy with how these have turned out. They are not perfect, but definitely feel like a sustainable way to keep my hands looking cared for and tidy, and it's my first set, so with practice it can only get better. Now that everything is cured, I'll tidy up any flooding with my e-file and the round cuticle bit. After that, I'm going to apply a generous, but not too thick, layer of top coat and cure it for 60 seconds. I like to finish off with an extra 10 seconds of curing, just to make sure it's fully secure and set. Finally, I'll apply some cuticle oil, but since I'm all out right now, I'm just going to use some hand cream instead. And here I am, all done with my very first set, and honestly I'm really pleased. They feel solid and not at all temporary. Definitely do not feel like they will pop off just randomly like press-ons do. They have that nice stable feeling that you get with acrylics, and definitely not flimsy, but also not bulky or lumpy like you sometimes get when you're starting out with acrylic or gel. I did stick my tips a little too close to the cuticle area. I wasn't doing any overlay, so I figured that was best, but I could have left a bit more room to avoid flooding. But hey, that's a lesson learned for next time. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments if you struggle to get out the house like I do, or if you're just looking for something more affordable. An alternative to a salon, would you consider trying this method? I'll be documenting how this set holds up and how long it lasts, so if you're interested, make sure to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I post the updates. Once I've used up all the tips in my stash and I can't create any more sets, I'll do the maths and share how many sets I made and what each set ended up costing, all for less than a single salon visit. Thanks so much for watching. If you've made it this far, if you found this interesting, please share it with anyone you think might enjoy it or benefit from it. Stay tuned for the next set of nails, complete with overlay. Anyways, catch you in the comments. Until the next one, bye bye for now.